dumbest show. The dumbest show. This is the dumbest show. The dumbest show. The dumbest show. The dumbest show. You sure we're going the right way? That sign says Thailand over there.
Two of you is the worst. Stop, please. We need to focus.
Okay.
This is a real problem.
You're shorter. You can pedal. I can't go anywhere.
No.
What?
Wow. Hi, everybody.
One-handed.
Oh, he's a disaster. This is a little harder than they thought.
I read the news today.
You call this the dumbest show?
Yeah,
Look at
absolutely.
us.
After
This
that,
is
yeah.
Great.
This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Eric Morton of wdwnt.travel. Please like this video, subscribe, and of course, hit the notifications bell to make sure that you never miss the latest from Disney theme parks around the world. Here now is the news for July 29th, 2024. I should warn you, this is kind of a Shanghai Disneyland week for us here on YouTube. Tom is going to be releasing a number of vlogs, walkthroughs, ride-throughs, tours, all the latest from his recent trip to Shanghai Disneyland. So check out our channel throughout the week. There's going to be tons of content. We start with fuel rods, the portable and swappable chargers, now synonymous with Disney parks since they're in pretty much every park, a lot of airports. They've received an update to be compatible with USB-C, and with that, well, a price increase. These fuel rod machines can be found at all theme parks located in Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts. Guests can use these portable chargers throughout the day, and when the rod runs out of power, it can be swapped with another fully charged fuel rod, sometimes for free, sometimes for a fee, depends on where you are, depends on when you got into the program, I guess. The fuel rod machines at both resorts now carry the updated rods, with original rods no longer swappable or chargeable. Placing an old rod into the machine will inform the user that they are being upgraded free of charge to the new fuel rod kit. If users are eligible for an upgrade, they will reinsert their original fuel rod into the tray and a new one will be dispensed. The machine will not return your old fuel rod to you, so don't ask. The new kit features the following items: a fuel rod, paper guide/warning label, USB-C to USB-C charging cord, USB-C lightning charging cord, a USB-C to USB-A adapter, and USB-C Samsung adapter. The price increase on these new rod kits is somewhat significant, with the price of a single rod going from only $30 up to $38. I think that's specific to Disney, right? If you buy them in an airport, I think they're a different price. Two rods are $60. They were $60. Now they're going up to $76. And three rods went from $90 to $114. One other notable difference with these new rods is that you now need to press the little gray button to activate it. Once it's activated, it has 4 little green lights to display the amount of power left in the rod. When it's about to run out, the last green light begins blinking. It eventually goes out when the battery is completely dead. I kind of like these changes. I'm not sure about the price on this, but I like they're updating these. I think it's well past time. I have some that are pretty beat up these days. Vulture writer Rebecca Alter is calling for Muppet Vision 3D at Disney's Hollywood Studios to be classified as a heritage site of cultural significance on the National Register of Historic Places. In her editorial, Muppet Vision 3D should be a National Heritage Site. Alter describes the show as a really delightful attraction that encapsulates what makes the Muppets and theme parks so special. She goes on to explain that the attraction is worth preserving because it was Jim Henson's final project before his death in 1990, as well as one of his final performances as Kermit, also the Swedish Chef, and Waldorf. It's already accepted practice for landmarks related to great artists and writers to be registered as official historic places, Alter writes. From Walden Pond to the Florida Keys Hemingway House to James Baldwin's Upper West Side apartment to naturally Walt Disney's childhood home and the small garage that he used to make his first makeshift animation studio. She states Henson is one of the most culturally significant creators of the 20th century and is as worthy of a landmark as any of our great auteurs. Alter addresses the question, can a theme park attraction even be a historical place? She cites several fairgrounds, almost 50 carousels, 5 roller coasters, various rides, Rye Playland, and Kennywood as historic attractions already in the National Register of Historic Places. What do you think? I'd like to hear in your comments. Let us know what you think. I think, why not? Why not make it a nice historic landmark? According to eyewitness reports, a lightning strike caused a fire near the entrance to Disney's Typhoon Lagoon water park in Disney Springs over the weekend. Ex-user Ice Gator, of course he's named after Disney's Blizzard Beach water park's mascot, he posted in reply to a question by user Disney Glimpses that they drove past the fire not long before 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. That was over the weekend. They added that they believed it was a lightning strike, describing a large smoky smell/aroma and a giant orange glow with a giant cloud of smoke filling the air. Around the same time, user Ashley Marie saw the same smoke cloud from a car nearby. There were already emergency vehicles on site when this all went down. Officials blocked off part of the road outside the entrance with traffic cones. Again, we hope everyone was okay. An accident, oh boy, at Walt Disney World resulted in the Disney Tram services being shut down at Disney's Animal Kingdom. An SUV somehow got stuck on the barriers outside of Animal Kingdom. The SUV it got stuck on the poles that separate regular car traffic and tram traffic there. We received these photos from @MateoGF98 on Instagram. Due to the position of the SUV crashing into the poles, the trams were currently unavailable over the weekend. This is reminiscent of an event. I don't know if you remember this. This is probably in 2020 where someone drove their car down the stairs at Wilderness Lodge near the valet area. They got stuck on the stairs going down. I personally think these are some of my favorite stories. As long as nobody's injured, I love these weird, like people getting flustered at Disney and driving down the wrong way or getting stuck at a weird spot. I just think it's hilarious. And of course, the comments were pretty crazy on social media about this as well. I hope everyone's okay. It looks like everyone's okay, just probably some damaged pride. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, Be Our Guest Vacations. Your dream vacation begins with Be Our Guest Vacations and their concierge team of expert vacation planners. Head over to wdwnt.travel and their team will design your next magical vacation, from Disney World and Disneyland to Disney Cruise Line to Adventures by Disney and more. They're also able to book those unforgettable VIP tours where you and your group can experience the ultimate park day. The best part is their services are 100% free. So book today. I just got done looking because I'm looking for a cruise next year, and I'm going to use Be Our Guest because it doesn't cost anything and they do a great job and they're great partners. Disney has revealed the finisher medals for runDisney's 2024 Disney Wine and Dine Half Marathon Weekend, happening October 31st through November 4th here at Walt Disney World. Swedish Chef hosts the 5K this year and is star of the finisher medal. The race's logo is present on either side of the Muppet as he carries a plate full of delicious goods. Princess Tiana is celebrated with the 10K finisher medal, which sees her wearing her green gown from the end of Princess and the Frog as she carries a delicious plate of fresh beignets. Remy, the little chef, he's here to show that not only can anyone cook, but anyone can race. Chef Remy is featured front and center on the half marathon medal on a spinner. Below him reads, "Cheers to 15 years." I don't know if everyone should just start though. Remy, maybe you shouldn't encourage people to start with the half marathon. Maybe start with the 5K, then do the 10K, safety and all that stuff. You don't want to end up blowing out both knees like I did one time. Those who brave both the 10K and the half marathon will earn the 2024 two-course challenge medal, which features Mickey in his cooking gear running toward the finish line. Princess Tiana and Chef Remy are also included. Runners will be able to celebrate their accomplishments and show off their medals during the Disney Wine and Dine Half Marathon Weekend post-race party. The event will include access to Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, global marketplaces, select Epcot attractions, exclusive entertainment, and more. Oh boy, more fun with fire. On July 12, 2024, something nutty took place at the Walt Disney World Resort. A squirrel narrowly avoided catching on fire at Disney Springs. According to a report by the New York Post, onlookers were horrified when they spotted a squirrel scurrying around the rocks near the artificial volcano in front of the Rainforest Cafe at Disney Springs. Video from the harrowing incident shows guests gasping and pleading with the squirrel to get away from the fire. But the rodent continues approaching the volcano's core when suddenly a large fiery eruption occurs, nearly cooking the squirrel. Oh boy. I don't think that's on the menu there. The individual filming this close encounter claims that the squirrel did make it out alive, so please relax. I hate the idea of animals being hurt. The squirrel reportedly was not unscathed, maybe with their tail singed a little bit, and of course their pride damaged. We're glad the squirrel is okay. On a recent visit to Disney's BoardWalk, we noticed a new blue ribbon corn dogs menu installed at the location. At the end of June, we reported that construction walls around blue ribbon corn dogs were finally down at Disney's BoardWalk. Then, on a recent visit, we discovered rolling planters around a location. However, one was ajar, which allowed someone to catch a glimpse of the menu for the new location, set to open sometime this year, allegedly. The menu, which was previously announced to be similar to Blue Ribbon Corn Dog in downtown Disney District at Disneyland Resort, features 5 different kinds of corn dogs. There's the classic dog, pickle dog, kids dog, Mexican street dog, and golden dragon. We can't wait for this location to open. It's been quite a while. That and Cake Bake Shop are just dragging us along. Hopefully we see them open very soon. Disney Parks has shared a sneak peek of this year's Haunted Mansion Holiday Gingerbread display ahead of the ride's opening today. I guess it's already open by now. Shared via a reel on the Disney Parks Instagram account, multiple angles teasing aspects of the display were shown. This year's display seemingly takes inspiration from the story of Frankenstein, only this time a gingerbread creation is coming to life. Various aspects of the display light up and move, like this dial that quite literally turns up to 11. I don't know if that's a Spinal Tap reference or if the people that made it are even aware of the Spinal Tap reference. This apparatus here spins around the top of the display. Another spinner around the top brings different looking gingerbread monster heads into the body, trying to lay on the slab as if the creation is not quite ready. The video shows one final angled look at the gingerbread display from a distance where we can see more of the full picture. A gingerbread monster lays on a metal slab and waves to passersby as Igor, Dr. Frankenstein's henchman, looks on with a mischievous grin. No additional details as far as the work that went into creating this display were shared. Fantasmic returned to Disneyland in May, 1 year after a fire that destroyed the Maleficent dragon figure, but it has not been smooth sailing, as we discussed on the last episode, ever since. The show was performed with limited pyro on Saturday, July 27th, following weeks of issues that included Mickey's finger fireworks misfiring and rogue fireworks. Before the show started, we noticed that 4 of the 6 fireworks barges on the rivers of America were gone entirely. That gave you a hint that it was going to be a little bit limited. Only the 2 center barges remained. Those removed included the barges that had rogue fireworks going off. Despite 2 barges remaining in the water, they weren't actually used during the show. Only pyro launched directly from Tom Sawyer Island and those on the Mark Twain riverboat were used. These included Mickey's classic finger fireworks, which went off without a hitch. Good for you guys. One of the barges used by the monkeys and princesses was also missing. We don't think this is related to reduced pyro, but made the show even more noticeably pared down. Maleficent on her tower that replaced the dragon did not send any fire into the water. The flares that lead into the finale remain. The Mark Twain still had its sparkler fireworks that make Mickey magically appear. The firework flares behind Sorcerer Mickey during the finale are the only effects that remain in full. Fire has been a little bit of a theme of this show, unfortunately. Hopefully we see more pyro back at Fantasmic and less pyro, in parking lots and around squirrels. The former Walt Disney Imagineering Blue Sky Cellar and Disney California Adventure has been renovated to become a Disney Vacation Club Welcome Home Center. The facade of the building doesn't look drastically different than it did as Blue Sky Cellar. There's a new Golden Vine House sign above the door. Balloons decorated the awning's columns during the opening. Blue Sky Cellar first opened in the Park's Pacific Wharf area back in 2008 as a replacement for Seasons of the Vine. On and off for the next several years, Blue Sky Cellar would feature exhibits about upcoming lands, attractions like The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Undersea Adventure, Cars Land, and lastly, Pixar Pier. Immediately inside is a stone wall featuring a welcome home sign with grapevines. The DVC logo replaces the O in welcome. A metal flat of Mickey with a suitcase is at the bottom of the wall. This is a typical preview center with tables and chairs for waiting guests, models, and video screens to learn more about DVC offerings and office spaces for cast members to meet privately with guests about timeshare opportunities. For the absolute latest on these stories and all those stories that did not make it onto today's show, be sure to check wdwnt.com and follow us on all your favorite social media platforms. You can support the entire team behind this show and others by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Get access to exclusive content, discounted show and event tickets, and more. A special shout out to all the WIGS members watching who make this show happen each and every week. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Eric Morton saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.